ranchers that surrender cows to you, I mean, why do they do that? How do they choose which cows get to be rescued? I mean,
that's a good question. One I ask them all the time. We have a documentary coming out next year that Moby is the executive producer of, and in a lot of the documentary is my conversations with cattle ranchers, and one of them is this cattle rancher that surrendered Buster, and I asked him, that question. He said, "Well, Buster is just so special, Buster." What happened with Buster is he was kind of abandoned by his mom, probably not on purpose, during the big Texas freeze we had a couple years ago, or a year and a half ago. And Buster got saved by the rancher, from dying. And so the cattle rancher developed a close bond to this baby because he saved his life. And so the reason they pick some over the others is because they get close to one. They start experiencing their sentience, one at a time. They can't collectively do it, but they can isolate and turn on that switch, just like I did with Rowdy Girl, and eventually she became the conduit for my awakening. But that's what they do. They have to encapsulate their feelings around this one is special. And the reason why Grace and Little Bit and their babies were special is because the cattle rancher's wife, tended to her. Like one of them had mastitis, and couldn't have babies anymore and was going to be slaughtered. And the cattle rancher had bottle fed Grace when she was found on their property like 5 years prior. So she had developed a relationship with her. And with Little Bit, she had a prolapsed uterus with her last delivery, and she developed a bond with this cow, much like Grace. From the very beginning, she had a relationship with her. And so when that happens, it's like an isolated event, and and when they have a story like mine that they can plug into to help them make that choice, that makes all the difference. Mm-hmm. But they're still out there cattle ranching.